Hello, Facebook fans and YouTube fans of DX Engineering. It's Tuesday afternoon here in the Eastern time zone of the USA, 17:15 Zulu on July 20th, 2021. It's time for Tuesdays with Tim and Jeff. I'm Tim, K3LR, and along with me today is Jeff, KB8ZWT. How's summer going over there, Jeff?
It's been a wet week, that's for sure. I got measured from last Tuesday, 10 1/4 inches of rain in 1 week.
Wow. And of course, our friends over in Europe are really in trouble. Friends in Belgium and Austria and Germany, it's just terrible. And so our hearts go out to them and to those in the United States that are having terrible flooding trouble. But Jeff, it's time, you always talk about having to cut the grass, and I think I have a solution now that you have all this rain, and that is, guys will say, well, geez, when it rains, I think my vertical works better. Well, not really, because it's mostly fresh water, and fresh water doesn't have near the conductivity that salt water does. So here's what you do, Jeff. You get a bunch of salt.
There you go.
And you put the salt all around that wet ground for the butternut vertical. Now this is going to have two great things happen, and then one bad thing. The two great things that are going to happen is that you will probably improve the conductivity of the soil around your radial system, and I think your vertical will work better. Number two, on the good thing, it'll kill all the grass.
That's true.
So you won't have to mow it. It'll just be a sea of mud out there, but it'll be conductive mud.
Yeah.
But then the bad part. Then the bad part, and that's your wife.
Yeah.
She's not going to be happy.
Yeah, she likes a nice green yard over there.
Well, that's where spray paint comes in and concrete.
There you go.
But boy, verticals do work well when they're on the beach or very close to salt water. They work a lot better. It is amazing what amateurs have done by going to beach areas where there's salt water, and you get the vertical close or in the water, and it is amazing how well it works. Just with a few wires into the salt water, and there's starting to get some comments, and we'll go through those in a minute. But Jeff, I know you're really good with portable antennas, and you like to go out camping and things like that. How's that MPass antenna? That's the Chameleon, right?
That's the Chameleon MPass, and I'll probably be using that this weekend. It's a vertical. I've got the mill whip on it. It's not the MPass 2.0 that they've got out there right now, but I mean, a lot of success with that. I mean, I put 4 32-foot radials down when I go camping, and I've been talking over to Europe with that thing on 100 watts, so no problem at all. And we sell a lot of those. Yeah,
that's a very popular antenna, and it's really good that you have great experience with some of these Chameleon antennas. I mean, that's something I know nothing about. And I think that speaks to the fact that we have subject matter experts in a lot of different areas, whether it be RTTY or Digital Dorsey and DMR and Fusion. You got a lot of experience in D-Star. So, I mean, that's all just so valuable. But, it's the middle of July, well, getting towards the end of July. And we have ramped up the antenna building machine here at K3LR. So this is now 4 summers in a row that we're building Yagis. And so in 2018, it was the 20-meter Yagis and then new 40-meter Moxons, and we did some long boom 15-meter Yagis. And then in 2019. We did 3 of the new full-size 4-element OWAs for 40 meters, and that was a big project. And then, of course, last year we went nuts because I was told to shelter in place. So we built 12 or 13 Yagis last summer on 10 meters, 6 meters, and 15 meters. And so this year we're building yet another 10-meter 8-element Yagi. This is on a 48-foot boom, and it's all built with pieces pieces from DX Engineering. So it's been really a lot of fun. We started putting the boom together last week, and then today we started getting the element stuff on. So Jeff, I want to show you some of the stuff we've been doing here that we did today. And so let me know when you see my screen.
Okay.
And we'll take you through some.
There you go.
All right, good. Is that a nice sharp picture?
Yeah, that is. That's nice.
Good, good, good. Yeah, this iPhone just does a tremendous job taking photos. But what you're looking at here, Jeff, is this is almost all of the element mounts that are on the 48-foot boom. And of course, we have these horses that we built to hold up the boom while we mount the element mounts on.
Mm-hmm.
And so this is the driven element plate. And this is G10 glass epoxy, very, very rugged. And you can see our favorite orange SS30, which is the JetBlue.
Did you buy that by the gallon?
No, and I'll tell you, I was, we have two different sizes in stock, and I was buying some of the larger ones, but the tower guys don't like that as much. They like the little cans. So
yeah, me too.
The little cans work, but you see how that SS30 just gets everywhere. But we use it on two things. We use it on the aluminum to aluminum connections, and we also use it as an anti-seize on the stainless bolts. And so these are DX Engineering 300B saddle clamps. And let's see, I thought there were a few more photos here, but maybe not. And you can see we're leveling the element plates, and there you can see the 300B saddle clamps for the plate. And you notice on this plate, Jeff, there are places for 4 U-bolts. This is the driven element plate.
Yeah.
And so there'll be 4 U-bolts, and the center of this element will be broken, and there'll be a 1-inch gap. And so it's just like a dipole. We're going to feed it just like a dipole with the number 31 beads. And then this is actually the last director. So this antenna is 8 elements. So it's got 1 reflector, it's got the driven element, and then 6 directors. And this thing produces about 14.5 dB of forward gain. So it produces quite a bit of gain. And so we level all the plates so that everything is in line. You don't want to have crooked elements. And we also have to square things up so that there's no twist. Here's another good shot of, notice how the aluminum tubing, the boom there, and that's DX Engineering 3-inch boom, has been cleaned and taking the aluminum oxide off. And then there's SS30 in there too. Boy, those 300B saddle clamps, very strong, and of course very popular at DX Engineering. You can see the level on there, and Timmy, from the tower company, doing the work tightening things down. And this is the end of the boom. This is actually the reflector, and notice there's just places for 2 of the smaller U-bolts in there. And so this is the end cap. And for some reason, I think I'm not getting all the slides that I thought I had. And I don't know why that is. Let's see if we can. Yeah. So this end cap here, I wanted to show you. Do you see the pointer, Jeff?
Yes.
Okay. Right down here, there's a triangle hole cut. And that's very important because we want to let the water out. And because water will get in. And the last thing you want is water inside your boom, because it can freeze. It makes the antenna imbalanced. So you need to make sure that you cut a hole in these end caps. And on 3-inch tubing, it's important to use end caps. But on the elements, I never do, because again, I want the water to always get out of there.
Right.
And water will get in there. I don't care if you seal it up. There's air in there, and air, there's condensation, right? You pass through 32 degrees and you're going to get water. And so, but another good shot of the boom. And then here what we're doing is this plate. This is a DX Engineering plate. This will be the overhead boom truss. So this will be what keeps the boom mostly level, mostly straight. Actually, the spec is to have the ends of the boom down about 1.5 inches or 2 inches from the center. So you don't want to pull it so tight that you want it to be in a relaxed position, but supported. But you do not want to pull it so tight that it's actually straight, because you can get what we call boom toe, and it will start to pull the boom from one side to the other. So you leave it down about 2 inches. And you can see here, Jeff, this is one of the boom pins. That's a 3/8 bolt. And but this 2-inch piece here, this will be the overhead boom truss riser. And I'll have more photos on Friday during the weekend special. But I just wanted to give you a little bit of what's going on here at K3LR, and as we are getting a new antenna, a new 10-meter antenna, that'll be our 8th 10-meter Yagi.
Wow, that's awesome.
Yeah, so it's and you know, cycle 25, it's coming.
It's coming, yep.
W3LPL and all the other guys are saying, you know, 2025, 2024, 2026. So it's going to be good, and I know 10 meters is going to be exciting. Let's see what we got here in the chat, Jeff. It says from Mark, M0DXR, he says, good afternoon, Tim and Jeff from London. You know, and Mark has had a hard go of it, Jeff. Mark is a K3LR operator, as many people know, and Mark's house burned down.
Oh, geez.
Everybody got out, all the girls got out and everything, but just terrible. And there's a GoFundMe page for Mark and his wife, Georgina. Just wonderful, wonderful people, but terrible tragedy over there. But everybody's okay. And we got our friend from Greenville, Mike, KE3JP is on. And Mike has a great story. He worked Alaska here the last, I guess, maybe it was Sunday or Monday or Saturday. Over the weekend, he worked Alaska on 6 meters. Very hard to do.
Yeah.
Very hard to do. And he worked KL7SB up there. So Mike is 1 state away from worked all states on 6 meters, just needs Hawaii now. And Ranger Smith says, and you'll kill the grass. Yes, we did say that was a positive, because Jeff spends a lot of his life mowing the grass.
I was out there all day yesterday evening. Cut it twice.
See? Yeah, it's just that's time you could be on the air.
Yeah, I know. But you got to get that cross pattern in the yard.
It says November X-Ray 8 Tango. Good afternoon, guys. When is the store going to open again? Jim, we're working on it. I know I've been saying that for weeks. Jeff has been in there getting things straightened out. The problem is a lot of the radios that are in there, we don't have stock, and nobody has stock. Yeah. And so we have to be very careful with that. And Jeff has been a big help on the phones, as many of you have been calling in. Yep. And so we're going to get it open as soon as we can. Kilo Bravo 2 Victor Kilo Zulu in southern New Jersey. From Poland, it's Sugar Papa 6 Mike. And Doug, November 7 Bravo Victor Tango, and Victor Papa 2 Echo India Hotel. Hi DXE family, patiently awaiting ICOM to be restocked. Listening from Anguilla Island. So 73 to you, Ira. Nice to hear you on. Nice to see you on. November 8 Fox Lima is on. And Jim KA8JEA is on. And Kilo Mike 6 Sierra Oscar X-Ray. And our friend Al. Al, we missed you on 10 meters last night. November 2 Mike Alpha. He's in the Pittsburgh area. And he heads up the Mars special events, Jeff, when they've had special event stations in Mars. Fox 5 Tango Golf Radio. Hope to meet this new 10 meters during the next CQ Worldwide contest. From France, Fox 5 Tango Golf Radio. And Alan says, I rebuilt my quad from DX Engineering. So glad you were able to get the parts. And Don, Whiskey Juliet 3 United is on. And Jim says, I had a butternut vertical mounted on a vent pipe on the roof with the ground going straight down to an outdoor water faucet. It worked great. Now I have a Hustler 4 BTV vertical with no radials. I do have a spool of wire ready to lay down the radials, but the statement where you indicated the grass will die scares me. No, the grass won't die. Jim, we made a joke there, and we shouldn't. Maybe we got to be careful about jokes. But the only way the grass will die is if you put salt down. And believe me, I've got lots of radials here, and I got lots of grass.
And I got a lot of fertilizer down. I got a lot of very green grass.
Right. He didn't want to get the wife upset. She loves her beautiful green grass. And Alan says he's using fiberglass spreaders on his quad. And Dan, WA4 Mike Oscar Mike is on. I'm always happy when I can get a dipole up in the air and it works. Even a simple dipole astounds me how effective it is. And Dan, you're very right. It is incredible how well a dipole works, especially a resonant dipole or a dipole that is fed with all open wire to an open wire tuner. Those are two very effective, efficient antennas. And the reason that open wire dipole works so well is even if the SWR is high, the loss stays so low, very, very low on that open wire, where if the SWR is high and you're using coax, the losses go through the roof. Bob the Traveler, WD8 November, Victor November is on today as well. From Oz, Victor Kilo 4, Fox Alpha Bravo, Quebec in Australia. From Italy, it's India Uniform 3, Bravo Tango Yankee. And Peter says, hi guys, great idea for booms. We'll catch up with the full video later. Busy packing for the IOTA. He's doing the contest this weekend. From EU 123 with Golf Mike 7 Mike. So Peter, we wish you the best success and be safe and have fun. He's Mike India 5 Juliet Yankee Kilo in Northern Ireland. And we've got, let's see, we got John on, the tall guy, K3STL, and Brian, W7JET, the pilot. He's also in need of Alaska for 6 meter, worked all states. And from Nebraska, our friend Cat in the Hat, K0NEB. And Ranger Smith says his grass needs cutting now, and I cut it just 5 days ago. And November 2 Fox India X-Ray is on. And from Randolph, Ohio, KE8 Charlie Victor, it's Rudolph, I'm sorry. KE8 Charlie Victor Alpha. Rudolph, do you know where that is, Jeff?
Not sure, no.
Yeah, I don't know. Jim says 48-foot boom. Wow. Yeah, most of the booms here at K3LR are 48 feet long. They are a long boom, and we have full boom kits in stock to do that, the 3-inch boom. And from Central Texas, it's November 5 Fox Kilo Whiskey. Our friend Michael, Whiskey 8 Charlie India from Xenia. And James NX8T says, one more question. I'm buying the Geochron and wondering if you have any burn on your screen. No, no burn at all. And they stay on for days at a time, and there's no burning. I mean, the thing's always moving. So I don't know about burn with 4K Ultra TVs, but things still looks great after years. And let's see, Brian says, CWB9 Quebec Victor Radio. He says, speaking of antennas, the DX Engineering multiband dipole antenna kits are fantastic. Using those kits, I've built several doublets and have even used them to build sky loops. They're quite a value considering they contain everything needed, including the feed line, to build an efficient multi-band aerial. So thanks very much, Brian. And let's see, Wild Radio says, love the Geocron. And Jim is on from Colorado. That's Whiskey Victor 0 Quebec. And Dino says, the future metal detector guy will be amazed at all the long lengths of metal in my yard. And where did they all come from? And our friend Jimmy, Kilo Bravo 8 November, says, I would be okay with no grass. And November 2 Fox India X-Ray says he's had his Geocron for a year, 4K, no burn. And also we have Ira says the Geocron works well here, no burn, 6 meters open into Europe. I'm on the air, FT8. Boy, I'll bet the Europeans are excited to work Victor Papa 2 Echo India Hotel. And so Andy AA0WX still putting up antennas here. So he's at the summer home or the winter home for Val and Jerry. Mm-hmm. So lots going on in ham radio. Everybody's got a project. You got a project that you're going to do here this summer, Jeff?
No, I don't have anything this summer. No.
Well, you're going to be out camping, and with that, you get to experience different locations and different configurations of your antennas. So that's all good too.
Yes.
And to those of you who are watching, if you've got a question about amateur radio equipment or ham radio, give us a holler at DX Engineering. Maybe you'll talk to Jeff. Maybe you'll talk to one of the other fabulous guys on the team. Over 400 years of experience, non-commissioned salespeople that'll help. Lots of technical advice. Send us an email. We'll do our best to get back to you quickly. Because at DX Engineering, we want to help you have more fun with the greatest hobby in the world. Until Thursday for the Manufacturer Showcase, 73 from DX Engineering.